Dear friends, welcome to Learning About. In this video, I'm going to share 4 different recruitment notifications from the Indian Army, and all these 4 notifications were released within a week's time. Okay, so the first entry is regarding the technical entry for both men and women. Okay, the course is going to start in April 2022. So that's the first notification, and this also includes widows of defense personnel for tech and non-tech. And the second notification is the NCC special entry scheme, and this course also starts in April 2022. And so this is like the short service commission, non-technical for men and women, that course. And the third one is the Judge Advocate General entry scheme. This is for the Indian Army's legal wing, and this course also starts on April 2022. And this for this as well, men and women are encouraged to apply. The fourth one is the permanent commission. Okay, the first three were short service commission. Now this one is a permanent commission. Now this is called as the 10+2 technical entry scheme. Okay, wherein the recently 12th passed candidates can apply for this. So now I'll share all the various eligibility criteria and the selection procedure for all these 4. Let's see that all together. Now, coming to the position. Okay, so this is once commissioned. Okay, now these officers are equivalent to the Group A gazetted officers, and the starting salary is 56,100. And apart from salary, as you know, being army, so there is a defense, like personal pension scheme. There is an army group insurance. Okay, so there are a lot of other allowances like the leave travel concession. Okay, so apart from the salary, this comes with and there is children education allowance and so on. Okay, so this comes with a lot of benefits apart from the salary. And of course, being in the army is one of the most prestigious professions in our country. Now coming to the vacancies, the total vacancies: technical entry men 175 vacancies, technical entry women 14 vacancies. For widows of defense personnel, 2 vacancies. The JAG entry for men 5 vacancies, and for women 2 vacancies. For NCC men 50 vacancies, and NCC women 5 vacancies. And for the 10+2 technical entry scheme, there are 90 vacancies. Now this is the split up for the technical entry 175 department wise it is given. And please remember, for a stream like computer science, MSc computer science, MSc computer technology also eligible, and similarly for electronics, MSc electronics also eligible. So those who have like MSc degree can check in our Telegram channel the full notification for what are the streams that are eligible. Okay, so otherwise, if you see the relevant engineering degree is eligible for each of the different streams. So totally 175 for men and 14 for women. Okay, you can pause the video to look at the details. Now, so among these 4 notifications, the 10+2 technical entry scheme is a permanent notification, permanent commission. The other 3 are short service commission. So short service commission, as you know, it is for a period of 10 years, and there can be an extension of 4 years, maybe in the 2+2 format, or 4 years, and that may be granted subject to a service requirement, availability of vacancies, willingness, suitability, and merit. Okay, and it is also possible for a grant of permanent commission. Okay, now that would be considered during the last 1 year of service, again subject to service requirements, availability of vacancies, willingness, suitability, and merit. Now coming to one of the eligibility criteria, of course, nationality should be an citizen of India. And dates, important dates for the technical entry, the last date is 27th of October 2021. That's the last date for the technical entry, and the SSB dates have not been given. And for the NCC entry, the last date is 3rd of November 2021, and for the JAG entry, the last date is 28th of October 2021, and for the 10+2 technical entry scheme, the last date is 8th of November 2021. And for this alone, they have given the SSB dates as tentatively like December 2021. And eligibility age for the technical entry, the cutoff date is 2nd of April 1995 and 1st of April 2002. Both dates are inclusive. And for the widows of defense personnel, it is 35 years. And for the JAG entry, the age limit is the cutoff date is 2nd of January 1995 and 1st of January 2001. Okay, not later than 1st of January 2001. And for the NCC entry, 2nd of January 1997 and not later than 1st of January 2003. And for the 10+2 technical entry scheme, born before 2nd of July 2002 and not after 1st of July 2005. And coming to the the educational qualification for the tech entry, so it can be the engineering degree in the respective streams, or like I said, there are exceptions like where MSc Computer Science, MSc Computer Technology or MSc Electronics are also eligible. And so the degree should have been completed, or if the candidates are in the final year, the final semester exam should have been over before 1st of April. That is, final semester exams should not be scheduled after 1st of April. Okay, so those candidates are not eligible, okay, who have their exams, final semester exams after 1st of April 2022. And similarly for the NCC entry, okay, a degree with 50% marks, and here again who have whose exams are scheduled after 1st of April 2022 are not eligible, right? And very importantly, for the NCC entry, the candidate should have served a minimum of 2 to 3 years in the senior division wing of the NCC, and the grading should be minimum B grade, okay, minimum of B grade in the C certificate exam of NCC. And applicants who are not holding the NCC certificate on the date of application are not eligible to apply for the course. And for the JAG entry, minimum 55% aggregate in the LLB degree, right? And the candidate should also be eligible for registration as an advocate with the Bar Council of India or the Bar Council of the states. And the candidate should be from a college, university recognized by the Bar Council of India. And for the technical entry scheme, a minimum of 60% marks, okay, in physics, chemistry and mathematics from recognized educational boards are eligible to apply. And sorry, very importantly, the candidates must have appeared in JEE Mains 2021. Now, selection procedure. See, in most of the shortlistings, okay, so they have mentioned, okay, the rights to allocate, okay, lies with the integrated headquarters of Ministry of Defence Army, and they said they can do that. They can do the shortlisting without assigning any specific reasons also, right? For the technical entry alone, they said, okay, they will fix the cutoff based on the engineering discipline stream, okay. But that also, like it is completely they have got the complete rights to fix the cutoff and all that, okay. So the cutoff will be applied in each stream. Actually, for the candidates who have completed the final year, okay, so the cutoff will be based on the complete, like 8 semester marks. Now, for the candidates who are in the who are just in the final year now, who are yet to complete the education, as of now, the marks will be considered up to the pre-final year, okay, and then the candidates might be allowed for SSB. But later on, after, let's say, the candidates qualify the SSB, the final admission, if only the original cutoff, okay, the original cutoff that the army has, said, if the candidates pass the original cutoff, even after inclusion of the final semester marks, only then they'll be allowed for joining, okay, the actual joining. So the cutoff is very important, okay. So just satisfying the cutoff at the time of entering the SSB alone is not sufficient, okay. Now, shortlisting for NCC and JAG, so they just said that, okay, so shortlisting of applications, the army reserves the right without assigning any reason. And after shortlisting, okay, after allotment of selection center, the candidates can choose the dates, okay. The center will be allotted and the mail will be sent, and the candidates can choose the date now that option is given only for the NCC and the JAG entry. Okay, so choosing the dates is given only for the NCC and JAG entry. For the other two notifications, okay, it is not given. And for the 10+2, right? So again, the army will be sending the list of selected candidates. Okay, the information about the center and the dates and all that via email, and the candidates have to appear for the SSB. Now coming to this Service Selection Board, now this is the common procedure. Okay, so it is a 5-day interview, but the first day, okay, it is a there is a stage 1 and stage 2. I'll just come to that. So there are 4 centers for SSB: Allahabad UP, Bhopal Madhya Pradesh, Bangalore Karnataka, and or Kapurthala Punjab. So any of any one of these 4 centers can be allotted. And so Service Selection Board interview stage 1, there is an officer intelligence rating test and a picture perception test and description test, and there will be a group discussion followed by that. So this is common. Okay, so whether it is a 10+2 a technical entry or JAG or NCC or the engineering technical entry, for all this these 4 entries, this SSB is common. Okay, so there is no written test or anything, it's a direct interview for all this. And in stage 1, and this will be a rejection round. Okay, this will happen on the first day before the afternoon. Okay, now only the candidates who pass this picture perception and the description test, they will be allowed to stay for the next 4.5 days, right? So the next 4.5 days will there'll be psychological test, okay, and there'll be group test and interview, and there'll be group tasks also, right? And the document check also will happen after the next 5 days, right? Now, and the candidates who qualify, okay, so the Service Selection Board interview will be sent for the medical examination, and then finally a merit list will be prepared on the basis of the marks obtained by the candidate at the SSB interview. So for all these entries, the SSB marks will decide the merit list. And as far as the training is concerned, okay, so that's the duration of 49 weeks at OTA for the technical entry, NCC, and the JAG entry. For all these 3, the duration is 49 weeks at OTA Chennai. And for the 10+2 technical entry scheme, the total training will be like 5 years. Okay, so basic military training 1 year at the OTA Gaya, and the technical training phase 1 pre-commission training, it will be for 3 years. It may be at CME Pune or MCTE Mo or MCEME Secunderabad. Phase 2, the post-commission training, again it can be at any of these places. Okay, that will be for 1 year. And the award of degree for in the technical 10+2, okay, so the candidates will be awarded engineering degree after a successful completion of the final examination. Okay, and how to apply? So the Join Indian Army website link is given in the description below. Okay, so you can click on that, and then you can check for the officer entry application and login, and then you can go for registration. You can also meanwhile, based on your qualification and age and all that, you can also check to what are the various entries to which you are eligible. You can also do that. Okay, and so when you register, they typically ask for your email address, mobile number, and then you have to have all your relevant documents, mark sheets, and then the proof of date of birth. Okay, and if suppose there is a need for the CGPA conversion formula, that is also required, and NCC certificate again if it is required, and passport size color photograph, all these are required. Okay, so I hope the information I have provided in this video was useful to you. If you found it useful, please click on the like button and share it with your friends. If you have any questions, please do post your questions in the comment section below. We'll be very happy to answer your questions. And if you have not already subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe. Thanks for watching the video. Have a good